and here to guide you through it, Andy Hitchcock and Daniel Mann.
Hello everybody, welcome to your live watch along of Chelsea versus Spurs in the semi-final second leg of the Carabao Cup. Chelsea are 2-0 up on the first leg. Let's go and hammer the Spurs and get the fourth win at the stadium and keep our unbeaten run going. Give you the Chelsea side, which is Kepa in goal, Christensen, Sarr, Rudiger, Aspilicueta, Jorginho, Kovacic, Hudson-Odoi, Mount, Lukaku, Werner on the bench, Bertinelli, Alonso, Thiago Silva, Kante, Loftus-Cheek, Saul, Van Cody's on the bench, Havertz, Sabiro, Christian Pulisic, and Hakim Ziyech. And then the Spurs side is Golini in goal, Royal, Tananga, Sanchez, Davids, Doherty, Højbjerg, Winks, Lucas, Lo and Harry Kane. And then you got on the bench a couple of players. We got Lloris, Settignon, Rondon, Skip, White, Dele Alli, Ryan and Scarlett. That's your team to play at Chelsea today. Let's go get the win, boys.
Nowhere to be seen after the events of the weekend, and a few young names in the Tottenham squad today.
Give us 3 points. Just give us anything, please. Just give us anything. I'm up for this game.
Kepa in goal might anticipate a busier night than last week. 3 would appear to be the magic number again at the back.
3 is the magic number. Guess what that is? 3 is the magic number.
Right wing back and Jorginho in midfield. Then Hudson-Odoi will reprise his role at left wing back from Saturday against Chesterfield.
Hudson-Odoi, can you go and do a finesse again, please?
To clock up some minutes, and Romelu Lukaku will doubtless hope to improve on a rather meagre historic return against Tottenham Hotspur.
So this is the front 3 that you wanted us to play for weeks.
Conte are welcome additions to the squad tonight after their bouts of COVID, but only 1 training session behind them. We'll see if it is 3-4-3 or something different once again. And if Tottenham are going to do it,
yeah,
on this fella's shoulder,
I just think that front, yeah.
The first leg was completely nullified. You can see he didn't have a single touch in the Chelsea penalty area. Well, tonight they have to get him up the pitch.
I like the front 3, but I think eventually it will go to like Werner and Lukaku up front, and Mason Mount just plays behind them. So if he gets the ball, we can then see them in space and play him through.
Thomas Tuchel a week ago. And amidst the
But I think if we'll just play off of them.
Time to send out the message: there is no place for racism.
Oh, so it basically it's going to be like a switch around depending on how we're playing.
Will they be in great spirit come the end? The spirit
nice.
Of 2002,
yeah.
That which they wish to summon up. Only a 1-goal deficit 20 years ago against Chelsea from the first leg, but they emphatically fought back to win handsomely in the second leg.
But if we ended up, and then if he knows that the game's won and he thinks we've done enough, he then might swap over and bring some people on the bench on and take the players that will play on Saturday.
Go on to lose the final.
Don't forget, but don't forget you got Christensen as well, but he actually does play well when he's next to Rudiger. When Rudiger's there, but that's a good sign. But for us it's a good thing because it means it shows that Thomas Tuchel thinks even though we're 2-0 he wants to go for it and end it very quickly.
Towards the right side, Mount.
Because I think if this lineup got
very well capable of operating at left.
I'm interested to see what he does because he's never been put in this position before. So it'll be interesting to see.
Worth reminding you,
and weirdly enough, Mason Mount's never played in that role, so that's going to be new, different for him, but he has no option.
It could only benefit Chelsea if it was in place. The away goals rule is not a factor
Rudy.
in these semi-finals.
That's not bad. That's... Nice.
Very little historical
Come on, Chelsea, let's get a win.
Tottenham are attempting to do.
And get us to Wembley.
Go back 28 years for the one and only occasion in which a two-goal deficit has been turned around in the second leg of a League Cup semi-final.
Oh.
Leading early and Tanganga on the end of it.
Wow. What, Malin Sarr, what were you doing up there putting the cross in? You're usually back defending. Because I just don't. Yeah. Have you heard that we're still trying to get? Have you heard that we're trying to get Emerson back, and that's not working quite well at the moment? It looks like we might not be getting him after all back because Leon are being that stubborn. Even with the compensation, Leon are still saying no. But we have called someone. Yeah. One thing I can say is Kennedy's been recalled.
Sanchez and Tanganga hoping not to get into too many tangles tonight.
Yeah. I think he's called him back due to the fact that we're short in positions. And he knows how to play in a good side. Because he played in a good team who got to a Copa Libertadores final.
In many ways, Tottenham have to be thankful. This tie is still
Yeah.
could easily be going into this game 4 or 5 down with the way Chelsea dominated that first game. And the goals
yeah.
they should have scored.
I can tell Kennedy's a good player if the manager there trusts him to play in a Copa Libertadores final. Yeah, they've even tried to recall a youth player. Yeah.
Mason Mount robbed by Harry Winks. And hitting his own back, Mason Mount with a challenge.
He gets there late, but again, this is the Chelsea press. At times you're going to win the ball back, at times you're going to give free kicks away. But this is what Tuchel wants. Don't allow any Tottenham player comfortable possession.
Yeah. Come on, boys.
An enviable record. He loves a semi-final. He's never lost one. Indeed, he's never lost even a match in a two-legged semi-final. And,
come on, boys.
Pleasant reading this statistic for followers of Tottenham. Davis. Doherty reprising his role at left wing back from the first leg. How many more chances in a Tottenham shirt he will get remains to be seen, but I'm surprised if it's a long Tottenham career in front of him. It's Kane.
Well done. Come on, do something.
Fabian. Here is Doherty. Lucas Moura. Intervention there by Jorginho. Lucas Moura.
That's not a foul, ref. That is not a foul. That is never a foul.
It's a naive challenge from Christensen. He's coming through the man.
That is not a foul.
If you're coming into the back of a striker like that, you're on a risk. It's a silly challenge. Right on the edge of the box. Just stay on your feet. Lo Celso's going backwards. Why try and win the ball there? Completely unnecessary. And this is an opportunity for presumably Harry Kane to
and you'd be happy to know that the Rudiger situation's in a better place.
Well, in the first leg, the free kick from Harry Kane
no,
was the best chance really that Tottenham had. So this is a major opportunity for them.
No, they'd already been taught. Yeah. Yeah.
And that free kick in the first leg, Harry Kane actually found it.
Captaincy.
Kepa was brave. He didn't move behind his wall.
Yeah.
He'll do the same again.
Yeah.
He's going to get a fantastic view of it. That's the one thing that is certain.
Way! Yeah.
Doherty.
I'm sorry. Yeah.
To find games in the middle. Jorginho ending up on the
I was about to... Yeah, because I was about to say you forgot about John Terry and Cahill together, because that was the Champions League winning combination for most of the season until he got himself sent off.
Just a little word with the referee, clearly very happy there, but strength in numbers from Chelsea, getting everybody back in. Lukaku doing his bit of work as well up against Oppid. He's stopping there.
Yeah,
coming in.
Yeah, because he was getting on.
The play out from the goal kick. They didn't get very far. Tottenham giving them a better taste of their own medicine here.
You can tell how good Gary Cahill is. And Scott Parker sees something in him to take him to Bournemouth.
Now Winks. Really cool play.
And he's a... Yeah.
Tottenham, when they have the ball, the difference in formation,
yep.
They have the wing backs, they've got to stretch the game, get the ball out to Doherty and Emerson Royale and try and get crosses into the box, get more close to Harry Kane, give him some service from the wide areas.
But I think slightly now, you can slightly, one of them's going to have to be bumped out, I think, for Azpilicueta.
That will not be, I would imagine at least, the foremost matter on his mind tonight. Lukaku lurking, it will fall for Werner.
Go on! Oh, you cunt! Werner, I don't like you doing that.
Defensive header from Davinson Sanchez. He just heads it back, straight back up the pitch, straight into the path of Timo Werner. You see what he's trying to do?
And he played with Hazard.
That's a poor header. Got to head that wide, head that out towards Tanganga to deal with. Don't keep it alive. That is such a poor header, and they get away with it.
Yeah. I can't remember, but it was like one season where Azpilicueta played literally every game of one season. Which no... Come on, Chelsea, do something, boys. Let's do something. Come on. He's not a volleying type of person. He's the type of player Lukaku is actually a player that plays it on the floor. He's good at doing it on the floor, not when it's up there and need to be hit.
Decision goes Chelsea's way. So the Soso's disappointment.
Yeah. Yeah. Go on. Oh, that's a ball. Oh, you lucky Spurs bastard.
Oh, Ben Davies is a lucky boy here because he's caught ball watching. The run from Lukaku is outstanding.
I think he used to play for Atalanta, if I wasn't mistaken.
Physically so strong and quick, Lukaku. At no point is Ben Davies.
And that Atalanta side is a good... Most of their team, nearly everybody in world football wanted some of their players.
Narrows the angle, it closes down Lukaku, and it's not good fortune. That's really good goalkeeping.
There's even one player in the Atalanta side I want to see in the Premier League, and that's that Ilicic, because I think he will suit well in the Premier League.
But for Ben Davies, when the ball is back with Chelsea, there's no pressure on the ball. You do just have to drop off because that ball over the top of Lukaku is always going to be on. So you have to appreciate that and just drop. You know,
that guy can do one. Malinowski shite can do one.
It means Lukaku can't muscle his way past you.
It has been seen.
Yeah, get ready when they play Scotland and get absolutely handed.
A little bit of a lapse there, not as severely punished as it might have been. Kovacic. Harry Winks. Now Azpilicueta for Chelsea.
There's another two occasions. Chelsea stepping onto Tottenham, winning the ball back from Tanganga. And the poor forward ball from Winks is picked off as well. So Tottenham really struggling to get up the pitch when they're in their own half.
Yeah, but because you can't expect... Because don't forget, most of the times when either him or Thiago Silva's playing, it's usually them two that are staying back, and then the one other defender's not doing out.
The decision goes against him.
I think Kovacic is generally trying to get to the ball and just mistimes it, and it's just a collision. Lo Celso just pinches the ball.
Lo Celso, I don't like you. You're just making a meal out of a molehill again.
Lo Celso, but I'm sure Kovacic didn't mean to do that.
Lucas Moura carrying the fight.
Way! Sit down, Moura. Sit down.
A little mini inquest there. Rudiger, never the quietest voice in that back line.
Yeah, no one really closed down Lucas Moura. He travels an awfully long way. When he steps away from Mount, a defender's got
If he wasn't playing for Spurs, I might be saying stuff differently, but I just don't like Spurs.
You've got to close a dangerous attacker down.
The only player that I always said, the only Spurs player that deserves any credit would be Heung-min Son. He's the only player on that side that makes Spurs good. If Son wasn't at Spurs, that's a good sign. That's a good sign. If you have more of the ball,
not perhaps as sure-footed as you would have hoped, and it's led to potential problems here for Tottenham.
His first touch wasn't great. And back towards the byline, he was under pressure,
and it's half time.
Corner alive.
Do you think he should be in that position? Do you think he should be in that position more regularly? No, I can't.
Didn't know here, Spurs.
Come on, boys. If you want to see anything else like that, I just remember the Rudiger squaring up to Luis Suarez, and hardly anyone got squares up to Luis Suarez. And he teached him something. Go on, Werner. Werner, Timo, Werner, cunt. No, if Malik Sarr scored that, then I would definitely would be.
Chelsea zip that ball around
and then afterwards he decides I'm going to smile.
Chelsea are comfortable on the ball. The two fullbacks, Aspilicueta and Sarr, will step forward.
Hard cunt! Because he's French, and all French are hard cunts.
That's a really timely block.
He's being told.
Presiding. On sentry duty.
I thought we were winning there.
Aspilicueta.
Man. No, someone scored. No one's going to score. Let's see. Oh, come on, do something, yeah, Brett.
Is that?
Oi, oi, oi! Aspie! Oi, oi! Oh, you twat.
The winner of the duel.
Go on, Lukaku! Go on, Big Rom. Aspie.
Aspilicueta, Kovacic, Werner.
Oh, you bastard!
These are difficult times.
Oh, boys!
Chelsea with a real grip on things.
Regain possession with Jorginho this time.
Come on, you new cunts!
So difficult for Tottenham. If they don't play quickly, take one or two touches and play forward, they're going to get closed down and constantly losing the ball.
I'd be surprised if he scored it ahead.
Inevitably, they're going to pay a price if they keep doing that.
Come on, if we score one goal, it's game fucking over. Go on.
Sarri got free.
Oh! That's it. Game over. Done. 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 Off to Wembley we go.
Moving interview for Chelsea. Another set piece success.
Give this guy a fucking statue.
The job has almost gone beyond impossible now for Tottenham.
Once again, it's so
What a header! No, the dance.
Stay with them and the goalkeeper Gullini. You have to be stronger than this.
Oh,
You should be clearing everybody out and punching this ball clear.
Get in.
Players Harry Kane, he's got to be stronger.
What a head off the bar.
Get there. He looks really tentative, worried about
What?
getting hurt. He's got to be stronger. Those man-to-man market has to be better as well. So double trouble.
Yeah, Spurs getting battered.
All wrong. As he did in the first leg, just not doing the defensive basics. And
There we go, 1-0.
long way back now for the home team.
And it's also
One team
3-0 on aggregate. Game over. Game over.
It's the other team who have got it.
Yeah, because it's less than 20 minutes in. It's like game over for Spurs already. Ha!
But just look at the manner of the goals that they've given away, Stamford Bridge, and then tonight. They're avoidable goals. Chelsea
La, 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 la.
in the first leg have started this game the better. But the goals that Tottenham have given away, you just don't give yourself a chance if you can see goals so easily.
They're having a party. That route.
Mount.
Because they. That's why we. Nah, because Rudiger's already stated he wants to stay, but he's just trying to sort something out with the club.
Time in Amsterdam, Tottenham, against Ajax in that incredible Champions League encounter when this man, Lucas Moura, managed to get 3 second-half goals, including one right at the very
Come on,
end.
boys! That's us through. Game over. Bye bye. Bye bye. You got no chance now, Spurs. You can all shut up. All go home. Go and cry in your beds because you're not making another final.
Sanchez. A howl of anguish there as Tottenham conceded possession far too cheaply. No harm done this time from their perspective.
It's stuff to go on like Instagram and stuff.
Here's Tanganga. In their defensive third.
Get in!
Really cost Tottenham in this time.
Get in there, Mr. Rudy.
Nothing in the attacking third.
Way!
Jolt them into action here.
Wilson does ever so well here. Of course, he wants to get on the ball, get up the pitch, and be creative going forward. But he has to track Emerson down when the right wing back pushes forward and he stays shoulder to shoulder.
What's interesting now is we just need Thiago Silva to do it. Then you got the double whammy.
Despite the changing system, it's very much going to latch on to the wing back, and he as well as anybody could in that instance.
Mad. Crazy.
Piece challenge there.
An example of getting the defensive basics right, staying with your man, staying with the runner. Simple stuff, but if you get it right, the team have a chance.
Both these sets of supporters are not exactly massively in love with one another. It's a fixture that Tottenham often dread. Their record at Stamford Bridge is abysmal. Chelsea's record here is quite extraordinary down the years. They've only won
The guy deserves it.
fewer than Tottenham have between the two. Well,
Go on!
Tottenham's ground has
Oh,
been-
it has a foul!
31 victories for Tottenham, 30 for Chelsea down the years.
It's very understandable. The Tottenham fans have gone very, very quiet. They came
Way! We've only shut up Tottenham fans now.
But Chelsea have taken the sting out of it, scoring, and they're just controlling the game completely.
Up to Lukaku.
Yeah, because Spurs ain't scoring 4.
It's Hudson-Odoi who wants to come inside.
Oh!
That's why. Delaney down to it.
It's a tricky save, a bouncing ball. Keeper does well. It's really slick. The
Jimmy
punching of the two,
bastard.
Perfect here into the strikers who combine together to get the ball out wide. Hudson-Odoi comes infield.
Still, Equatorial Guinea 0, Ivory Coast 1.
Just bounces in front of the keeper, makes it that much more difficult. That's a good stop, and he forces it wide, doesn't keep it alive either for attacking.
Fell into the distinctly awkward category.
What the hell? That's mad. That is mad.
Announced delivery.
If
This time
Spurs are
it's,
not-
the Tottenham body that gets the decisive contact.
This team ain't. It's mental. And you can tell because only a few weeks ago the players were on their hands and knees at the end of the Liverpool game.
He's gone in for free tonight. A spectator, really.
But we're not. Go on, Hudson-Odoi.
Hudson-Odoi
Go on.
to it. Timo Werner.
Yes.
Hudson-Odoi.
Penalty. Come.
With no easy way out, indeed no way out.
If we play like this in the cup, then feel how we could do it in the FIFA Club World Cup.
Turn Chelsea around, everything has to be played into feet. Kane's coming towards the ball.
If we play like this,
The ball, Chelsea, as you can see, are just
the only difference that might just bugger the players up.
Since
The only-
Chelsea scored, they just dictated the game.
Yeah, but one thing we got to learn is we're going from this. You're going up to temperatures will be about 50 degrees. So the players have got to learn to adapt.
To the ball, then spinning and running beyond. Werner's constantly on the move. So many options, whereas Tottenham are so static, very predictable when they have the ball, and they just can't get out.
Let Malang Sarr score. Make it even more suffering. Because he's in a better. Because he's in a better position, which might actually suit him more.
The inevitable result.
So I think they're like swapping over. I think they're swapping every now and then.
Times his run perfectly, runs in behind. Rudiger plays a perfect forward ball. Chelsea get up the pitch and they get a free kick in a dangerous area because they have those.
If you guys like,
alternatives which Tottenham don't have.
if you guys like the stream, hit the like button, and don't forget to like, subscribe if you are new. Come on, Rudiger, get your head onto it again.
And he's in there again.
Wow, Rudiger, you're wearing very old-fashioned boots.
Tanganga again, and he's lost him.
You're wearing very old-fashioned. Nobody wears old black boots.
Hudson-Odoi.
Beckham.
Christensen's still up there. Højbjerg away. Malang Sarr.
Or David Beckham.
Kovacic.
Yeah, but Adidas still did black boots back then when he first started, but then the more older he got, the less black boots got used.
He's looking to pick out Werner here. Lukaku lurks. Azpilicueta.
What you want to do after you've taken the lead is control the game, and that's exactly what Chelsea have done since they've scored. Tottenham just been starved with the ball. They can't get any momentum to try and get an equaliser.
Hudson-Odoi. Kovacic. Christensen now to Azpilicueta. Jorginho. Kovacic. Jorginho. Mount's made his move and he'll
Good fucking tin pot.
Still not in any way convincing.
English teacup.
From Spurs. It's Kovacic. Jorginho. Hudson-Odoi up against Emerson Royale. Now Malang Sarr. Werner.
Oh, you dummy little twat.
But there's almost open uproar in certain sections of the stand. They're getting very frustrated with what they're seeing.
Tottenham are just hanging on here because Chelsea just running them ragged. The options they have, the speed with which they play high tempo, 1 and 2 touch, the movement off the ball is excellent. So as I say, Tottenham just really looking to stay in the game. They concede another one, it's all over.
That's been illustrated again. Tottenham find a way of bridging it. Azpilicueta's got completely free in there. It's Kane.
Come on, let's get something going.
Tanganga had caught up with Azpilicueta in the end, but
What the fuck?
Davis didn't get there. Christensen's ball.
Javi!
Final ball in from Christensen. Another mistake. Avoidable mistake at the back for Tottenham and just about surviving.
Xavi!
Tottenham's task here is more trying to avoid going out with a whimper, really.
Just look at the Tottenham attacking players there when they have the ball at the back of the centre half or the midfield in Højbjerg. Everyone ahead of him is just standing and watching, expecting the ball to be played to them. You compare that to Chelsea with Lukaku and Werner and Hudson-Odoi. They're moving off the ball, they're making the move. Then
Come on, Chelsea.
But a lot of the Tottenham players just standing and watching. They've got to be on the move a little bit more.
This is just a great day. Off to Wembley we go.
He's taking the game to themselves here.
Go on, Chelsea! Go on, Chelsea!
Davis. Winks. Lo Celso. Kane.
Come on, Chelsea!
Now Tanganga. Emerson Royale to Lo Celso. Winks. Neatly done by Lucas Moura. Højbjerg. Doherty. This is much better from Spurs. Kane is in there.
Whoa!
Højbjerg. Deflection.
Harry Kane, you are so shy. If let Højbjerg score, we all should retire.
It was better from Tottenham again. They played with a width that I was calling for with wing backs. Get the ball out wide to Doherty. Ball just actually ricochets off Harry Kane's knee, so he can't get a clean strike in. And that deflection could have gone anywhere.
Oh, and Kane hoping again.
Whoa! Sit down, Kane. Sit down, Harry fucking Kane.
It was Sanchez who got the initial contact.
It's a wicked ball in. And Kane has got away from his man. Azpilicueta's watching the ball. He's running on the blind side. And any contact. And Tottenham are back in it.
Come on, Chelsea, let's get some more goals in us. Let's make it even more embarrassing.
swing with a sign of life there from Spurs.
Oh, there's no.
I do wonder how many good opportunities.
Oh, there's no sign of life from Spurs because Spurs are shite.
They've got to take them because inevitably Chelsea are then going to dominate the ball and create chances themselves.
In future, we need to play Malan Sarr as the fullback again because he's doing better than that than he has as centre back.
Jorginho.
For once in his life. Yeah.
And again.
Especially against Villa. Oh, come on, do something.
Jorginho.
This is good football. Go on, Mal. Oh, you prick.
Tanganga in the way this time. Yourself.
Come on, Chelsea.
Get hold of it up there. This is Werner.
Yes! Oh!
Just needs a stronger contact.
Oh, I thought Lukaku scored.
Similar kind of chance to the one he had in the first leg. So wicky ball in, there's plenty of pace on it, just looking to redirect it, but just needs to make further contact. There's always going to be Ben Davies, he just steps in front of Davies to get to the ball first, just needs to keep it on
Timo
track,
the cunt, Werner.
That could have killed the tie off.
It just needs to score. It just needs to score actually in a big game.
Really good. Tanganga.
That Galini.
Came limping away from that one. Just to add to the list of concerns.
Come on, Chelsea, let's go in. Come on.
Here's Kovacic.
Come on, let's go and get a fourth. Or a second in this game, but a fourth in 2 games.
Royale loses it.
Hey, Werner, how'd you manage to get the ball on that one?
Jorginho, Lukaku, Mount.
Shoot! Oh, you bunch of twats.
A little bit of relief for Tottenham.
It's a really big call for Antonio Conte to leave Lloris out and play Galini. Galini needed to be stronger. When you're free man in Harry Kane, can't head the ball, it goes over his head. Okay, Tanganga's not stay with Rudiger, that's not good enough. But the goalkeeper, there's no reason that he shouldn't get there and punch this clear. He's just so tentative. You've got to dominate the 6-yard box, and he just doesn't do it. And Chelsea's got a chance on here for Emerson Royale.
Way! Come on, Chelsea!
It's not an easy chance, you're right. The angle is against him, but Hudson-Odoi again has done work. Good defensive work to get back, get in his eye line, cause him a bit of a problem. His first touch is a poor one. It takes him wider. He should be coming in across Hudson-Odoi. It's not an easy chance at all.
Go on, Hudson-Odoi.
Kovacic. Werner.
Easy.
Rudiger.
Check what the score is. It is still 1-0 to Ivory Coast still. Oh my god.
Tended to be
Ah,
fairly tight.
Cameroon know how to score.
It's an easy watch.
Ah,
They've been motoring steadily back towards where they would like to be. It's perhaps
Harry Kane.
illustrating just how far they've really got to go. The run they've had in the league has not been perhaps as testing as it could be.
Other than Wayne Rooney, who is top goal scorer for England.
Davinson Sanchez.
We do have to abide the way that Chelsea play. It is a possession-based game. They play with a real purpose and an urgency to get the ball into the final third as well. They don't just, keep it at the back or keep it across midfield. They try and get it up to their strikers.
Yeah.
Get it wide in high areas and create chances.
Oh, but
having the ball is one thing. It's
but then some
for
people
strikers.
put Paul
That's what
Gascoigne
the
in
game's
there.
all about, and Chelsea do it really well, and you can see the difference between the two sides tonight.
Moment of slackness there.
Oh,
Here is Kane. Rudiger steps
well done,
in.
Rudy.
A question or two being asked, but only really from the sidelines.
Oh, you stupid prick.
It's not a foul at all. He just gets his body in, he gets back very, very quickly. And Kane is, I think he's stumbling anyway. There's no question there was any foul in there.
Saar.
It's Coppa Italia.
Nice hope on his way there, undoubtedly.
The Tottenham players clearly feel that Saar threw himself to the ground here, but there's the challenge comes in for Lascelles, so maybe he just actually gets a toe on the ball. This is Kane against Rudiger. That is just really strong defending. Stands his ground. There's no shove there. That's why Rudiger is so important to Chelsea. One of the best one-on-one defenders, in this country. You can understand why they're desperate to keep him.
Come on, Chelsea.
Davis stepping in now, Lucas Moura, and here is Kane.
That-
Mobio bursting through from midfield. And he's... Now there's the shout, and the referee points.
That is not a pen. That is not a pen.
And Tottenham have a lifeline.
Well, to me, if there is a foul, it was outside the box. I feel that Højbjerg has actually tripped over his own feet in the penalty area. This is hugely debatable. Well, Rudiger gets off his feet. This is outside the box. If there's a foul, it's there.
Yeah.
Just watch Højbjerg. See, he trips over his own feet inside the box, and that
Ah!
convinces Andre Mariner.
So
it's a
so
penalty.
even the commentators basically said that Højbjerg, as soon as he got into the box, tripped over his own feet to make it look like that Rudiger's done it.
Is in play. Mike Dean, along with assistance from Mark Scholes, running the rule over it.
It needs to go to the...
Andre Mariner.
Yeah, they go into VAR.
Conclusion.
Fuck for that! Cheating gits!
I don't think he does. I think Højbjerg actually catches himself and falls over, but we'll see.
Well, the pregnant pause.
Yes, Spurs are trying to cheat to win a match, trying to get a way back in it.
Yeah, just as I was giving Rudiger the big build-up, it looks like he's possibly giving a penalty away, but it was a tricky one. You see, Højbjerg is still on his feet as he gets away from Rudiger. He isn't actually, knocked off balance at this point at all. So there may be some contact, but there's no consequence to it. The only consequence is when Højbjerg actually chips over his own feet.
Was it by like Asperiqueta or something that brought him back and said, no, you back? Because that's what John Terry used to do. If you had an argument, he'll grab you and tell you away.
Well, the referee is being advised that any foul contact happened outside the box. And so, after all that...
Get in! You're not having that, Spurs, you cheating gits. Cheating twats.
just over 2 minutes to work that out. Well, Harry Kane saying
Wow.
he's sure that
They're beating Juventus in the Super Cup. Juventus, and it's Weston McKennie
I
scored.
understand why Andre Mare initially gave the penalty. It did look like a penalty in real time from his angle, but that's what VAR is there for, and I do feel they've got it absolutely right.
Oh, West Ham are beating Norwich. Fuck off.
For a review, the advice was firm and unequivocal. But it is still a window of opportunity for Tottenham. It's not quite wide open, but at least it is open.
You're not getting the penalties, of course, hard to take, but just stick the ball in the back of the net from the free kick. That's all you can do.
Still 1-0. Ivory Coast again. Don't be another 1-0, please.
And Lo Celso debating it.
I'll definitely be watching some. 1-0. 1-0. 1-0.
Emil Højbjerg poised in what could be a critical moment.
That'd be a good game.
In this semi-final.
And that's it. And they're both, one's at 4 and one's at 6. One's at 7 and one's at 4.
Well, it helps the Chelsea cause.
Oh, great. It looks like he could be going to Arsenal.
It's a giant Chelsea wall as well. Some of the Celtics just trying to feel that towards the top corner, not enough pace on it. It's a bigger jumping wall.
Nipples.
Particularly a jumping Antonio Rudiger.
Nip.
Hudson-Odoi didn't get there. And Werner, a telling touch which prevented Doherty from making anything of it. Possibilities
Yeah.
still here for Spurs. There'll be at least 3 more minutes on top of the 45.
Yeah, because Spurs tried to cheat. Oh, great, because I freaking hate the
As we have now had a team score away from home, it's worth reminding you again that the away goals
too expensive for Chelsea.
Emerson Royale up against Hudson-Odoi, who
I will not say it. I'm not having him at Chelsea. He is someone at Chelsea who I would not have. Due to he play acts a lot, which at this club, Thomas Tuchel would tell him off for doing it. Yeah, but I don't mind him as a player. It's just a little.
It's not completely over just yet, but a really
yeah, I just don't want him being like a.
Thomas Tuchel's team.
Yeah, he was.
Well, we'll know one of the finalists before the second semi-final gets underway, thanks to last week's postponement. But events at Anfield tomorrow night, 7 o'clock. For all the action.
Yeah, and that's the reason why I don't like him, because no club will want to have him if he plays like that, because it makes him look like a bad player. Because in the Premier League, referees are more stricter. Yep.
Emerson Royale.
We might be having it. Oh yeah, that'll be next season, because this season we can't seem to get Emerson back because Leon are being stubborn.
Winks, Lucas Moura. And now here's Jorginho.
God, Joes. Hey, here we go. Wilfred Zaha is coming from Maxwell Cornet, and Max Gradel's gone off for Nicolas Pepe. And that Frank Kessie's gone off, and that Siri Dyer's come on. So they've gone all 3 subs at once.
Chelsea beginning to restore the sense of order they've imposed more or less from the off here. Jorginho. Rudiger.
Have a bit of fun. African Cup of Nations shite where they let you. What's wrong with Nicolas Pepe?
Then there doesn't come out the winner, and he perhaps felt
It's
he
not
was
half time yet.
impeded. Tanganga getting it back from Lucas Moura. Now Doherty.
Go on, Chelsea.
Half-time
Go on,
in that
Chelsea.
famous night
It's not half time yet.
in Amsterdam. They could use a rallying cry from somewhere as they go in at the break, very much second best and 3 goals behind. None of the goals in this
Half time,
semi-final
folks.
will win
Chelsea
any beauty
1,
contest.
Spurs
Not the one we saw
0,
tonight from
3-0 on aggregate.
Rudiger.
Gonna be watching a bit of
He
African Cup of
didn't
Nations
get
for
there,
a
he
little
didn't
bit
clean
while
everything out.
it's half time to watch African Cup of Nations shite. Because it's all been 1-0, 1-0, 1-0 and 1-2-1.
Because he has absolutely no support on his left.
Big.
Edu lost the ball.
Be back down in a minute.
Choice for goal, he had a player charging through on an overlap on the right. And that's off for Esteban. Definite push. Trying to make out it was a natural fall. Good luck with that. Got to be careful as that man is on a yellow card, is Olavo Asue. Just under 50 minutes left here in Douala. Noise continues to echo around the Japona Stadium. And we're not at full capacity. That's been pegged at 60%, the normal capacity. 80% for Cameroon games. One of the hosts, one of the advantages of being the host. First touch is Pepe's made. On a first team regular under Mikel Arteta at Arsenal. Played 9 games this season. Born in France, like Sebastian Haller. Joined Arsenal from Lille. Dangerous game. Cote d'Ivoire are playing. They're happy to spread the ball around. They're confident in their passing ability. They're finding their men easily. But all it takes is one mistake, one badly placed pass. But that said, I've actually lost count of how many passes they've made. Without an Equatorial Guinea player touching the ball, we're into double figures, that's for sure. That was ambitious. Would have been lovely if it had come off. Say goodbye to the cherry. Well played. They They say never let the ball bounce, but Equatorial Guinea got away with it there in the form of Coco. Only his 7th game for his country. And the ball over the top. Might be their best chance of success. That's the ball. Played into space. 3 players up front. Passing from Equatorial Guinea. Not as crisp their opponents. Apart from that pass, he says. Right on cue, they lose the ball cheaply. That's good play, very good play. Mr. Finish, oh no! Absolutely skied it. Oh, that was a golden chance. That would have been game, set and match. Excellent run. Wrote the challenge. Well, yes, there was a man coming in, but still he had time to control quickly before making the shot. And they come again, just wide of the post. That's a save. Great save by Sapunga.
Oh, please don't say it's still 1-0, shite.
All of a sudden, the floodgates opening. That time it was Pepe.
It's still 1-0, shite.
Trying to caress the ball around the goalkeeper.
Jeez.
He keeps his side alive.
This is starting. The African Cup of Nations is starting to become a joke with 1-0, 1-0, 1-0, 1-0, 1-0.
The substitution for Côte d'Ivoire. Off goes Haller.
Wilfred Zaha. Wait, people like on my thing on Instagram. Thank you very much, everyone.
Yeah, Gannett's gone off. For Equatorial Guinea.
It's something that I'm starting doing now with people like all the reels and stuff on there. I like them and stuff. I like them back. I'll follow them back because that's a nice person to do that. That stuff I put on there.
Replaced by Christian Kouame.
So far, we got 5 votes. Who do you think is going to win? Chelsea at 80%, Spurs at 20%. So we got 20% of delusional.
Very good shift this evening. Just under 8 minutes to go here in Douala. It's over. Comes on for Edu.
Whoever has voted 20% on Spurs, do you think Spurs are going to score 4 goals? No.
Dabo is in trouble. The full-back for Côte d'Ivoire. Looks like a spot of cramp. It might just be the collision. It is the collision with his own teammate. He's back on his feet.
A spot of cramp.
He's all right. There's confirmation.
Why would you take Sebastian Haller off? He's a good player.
Underwhelming game, Haller, it has to be said. It's a lovely weighted through ball. Only one man in the box though.
Yeah.
Himself. And he tried it. He came to nothing. Showed too much of that. Well played, Coco. Equatorial Guinea, conscious the clock is counting down. So they have to be a bit more savvy than that.
He came on for Maxwell Cornet. Maxwell Cornet came on for.
Unconvincing.
Oh no, oh no. Oh, it makes it even worse.
Good strong challenge. Referee didn't like the seconds by a capo.
A pine cone on his head.
Capo has served as captain.
Please say they took off that twat, which is a redhead dude. Because that guy looked ridiculous. It's not even worse when you see someone having blonde hair when they... That's even worse. And one of them's that Muso Gineppo.
A bit of space, he goes for goal.
Wilfords, you look like an absolute fool with a pineapple on your head.
5 goals for Côte d'Ivoire in his 21 games.
I don't know why he chose Ivory Coast over England.
Easy take. Padre might take his time. Keen to get on with the game. It's a man down. Referee seen him. Ball will be kicked out of play. Campo, and it looks like his final contribution to the game.
Hello everybody, if you guys like the stream, hit the thumbs up button, get to like, subscribe if you are new.
That Equatorial Guinea might have been building up. Three minutes play. 3 minutes of regulation time left to play. Saha. They're a goal to the good. 3 points virtually in the bag. So rather than go for goal, they're playing a possession game in Côte d'Ivoire. Keeping it simple. Short passes. Mixing it up there.
There we go for you guys to vote on what you guys think of the first half.
Foul. By Pepe. Luis Mesege comes on for Akapa.
And it's been 1-0 since the 5th minute. Bloody hell,
He's got just, what, 90 seconds?
It's just ridiculous.
Equalise. You get a point.
But...
If not,
one thing I will say is the best game, even though no goals were in it, the best actual entertainment was that Guinea-Bissau game. That game was amazing. That even...
Would you believe it would be our 9th 1-0 result?
Mendy's right. I'm definitely watching Guinea... Oh, I'm looking forward to watching Guinea-Bissau. And they're playing against Egypt next. against. Yeah, because that's going to be funny on when they play Egypt to get absolutely ripped apart by Mo Salah single-handedly.
Stands up. Cote d'Ivoire's next game will be against Sierra Leone. That's on Sunday. And then a week today, a week tomorrow rather,
Yep.
they face the defending champions Algeria. Can they hold on for a victory?
Can they hold on for a victory? No. Second half's about to start.
That man Antonio Conte with a mountain to climb. Let's get you into the second half. Andy Hinchcliffe and Daniel Mann.
Thank you, Laura. Yes, you can confirm no changes of personnel.
Second half is on the way. Chelsea 1-0 up, 3-0 up and accurate.
To win this second half. They're going to go down, at least go down fighting.
Come on, Chelsea!
See what they've got to change, and how much it's in their hands, the way Chelsea are going about it.
We'll just see this attack first, and then we'll sort it out.
We won't be saying that a few times. Here's Lukaku.
Come on, Lukaku!
Okay, now you have your opportunity. You're not wiggling out of it.
I think for a game and a half, they've just been completely dominated. They've made defensive errors. They just haven't been aggressive. They've not stepped on to Chelsea. They haven't fought fire with fire. So I think they've got...
We ain't Tottenham. We ain't Tottenham. We ain't Tottenham.
How the players have performed, and I just don't think they have the options. You know, Conte's talked about the difference between the clubs. I think that has been shown up in the last game and a half.
Hudson's ball in, Werner slipping.
Come on, Chelsea!
Here is Hudson-Odoi again.
Come on, Chelsea, we need to get.
Hudson.
We need to get chances going.
The history of League Cup battles between these two.
Guys, put your question in the chat.
50 years ago between these two, won by a very curious Alan Hudson free kick, which Cyril Knowles, the late Cyril Knowles, inexplicably let pass him and go in at the near post. And that booked Chelsea's place at Wembley, lost to Stoke City in the final.
Come on, the Blues! On our way to fucking Wembley.
Davis making sure.
Yep.
Yeah, he can't do anything else. He's not sure where Werner is. He's just got to head the ball out. You don't want to give away.
It's updates to it like lets people know if they've gone off because it's half time. Then lets them know second half's back on the streams. Second. It's like updates because I always do. I do a lot of updates. I do it on there because that's where most people who regularly are on it, that's where they're all used. And I do get a lot of responses from it, like a lot of likes from a lot of these.
Real figure.
Yeah, I'm not a big fan of out-swinging corners, but when they just arrive on the edge of the 6-yard box with pace, the keeper can't come and deal with it. He's just so strong. He just tends to bully whoever he's up against, whether it be a striker or an opposition defender. He always seems to get to the ball first, just can't keep that down.
Nice off the shoulder number. He doesn't do textbook. Certainly not tonight. Here's Sarr. Winks.
No?
Talked about the Chelsea dominance over the last game and a half. I think this really underlines it. quite surprising in many ways, the amount of touches in the Tottenham penalty area in that first half of the second leg, more than the whole of the first game, which is a surprise because Chelsea were really strong, especially in the first half of the first leg, but they have just completely dominated that possession-based game, but with purpose. They get the ball up the pitch. And with the attackers they've got, well, they've scored 3, but they've also
Extra time and 4 to win.
Even more, and it's down to the way that they play.
Which is impossible.
Urgency to get the ball forward. This is an area where Tottenham are clearly nowhere near Chelsea in terms of pressing defenders when they're on the ball. They just haven't got the ability with Kane and Moura to step on to close down. It's too easy for Chelsea to build from the back.
That's pretty better up to Mount.
Yeah.
Rudiger. Sarr. Maybe losing out on the duel with Jorginho. This is Mount. Aspilicueta. Werner.
Come on, boys. Let's get a fourth.
And look at the quality on Thomas Tuchel's bench as well. I just wonder with a 3-0 scoreline, controlling the game, will he think about maybe changing a few players?
Yeah, Mango,
He has that luxury now with the commanding position his team are in.
Well, hopes of winning the title looking ever distant, but it is Manchester City on Saturday. It is an opportunity to...
Yeah, an opportunity. Come on, boys! Let's get some more goals.
The gap erased.
Oh, this is going to be hard to say if it finished. Equatorial Guinea 0, Ivory Coast 1. Again!
Lukaku pointing the way. Quite fine.
I'm actually looking more forward to watching Cameroon than any other team. Except for Guinea-Bissau. I'll always back the underdogs.
Christensen getting the better of Kane. Kovacic. Mount. Hudson-Odoi. Listen, Mount. Don't he have a little...
Yeah, that's what you want.
Badly. Jorginho. Sarr.
Oh, come on, Malang Sarr. You'll score eventually for us.
Bit of determination displayed by Giovanni Lo Celso, but in the end...
Come on, Chelsea. Let's get some more goals, get some more chances. And also, let's get Lukaku on the score sheet.
All he'll get for it is more peril.
Well, it's good to see Mason Mount actually stay on his feet. He was in the penalty area.
No.
Some contact with
fruit grain bars. I ate a lot of them because they're nice and healthy.
That's an area where
I love dried fruit. I do.
deserves some credit with a lot of the prodigious academy talent now very much established figures. Searching delivery again. Lukaku and Rudiger sneaking through, impose themselves. Rudiger went over the line a little from the referee's point of view.
It's a foul when Rudiger just barges into Højbjerg, fouls him.
Go on, Chelsea.
Well, it will certainly strengthen his case in terms of the recruits he wants to bring in.
Come on, boys.
And the chance of him changing that statistic look ever bleaker. But it's in the 55th minute when they've got their first goal. I know I talk about Amsterdam. There's still time. But not with passes like that.
There's an opportunity there because Kane was in acres of space, just the quality that the forward ball not on. It is a struggle for Tottenham, of course. They've not had as much possession as Chelsea, but when they have it and they have opportunity...
Harry Kane, you are fucking shite.
In maybe Chelsea's penalty area. The accuracy of the forward pass has to be there.
Jorginho. Kovacic. Sarr.
Come on, Chelsea.
A little bit of attention away from Hudson-Odoi.
Oh, you shit. Get.
There was just half a second when you wondered whether it might yet come right, but in an unintended sense.
Once again for Tottenham, it's all too static up front. I can see the forward ball is poor again. They just give possession away, and Chelsea are just cruising.
They did win it in the 60s. Chelsea became the only champions not to defend it when they did. Werner. Is Saar. Get it back now.
Come on, Chelsea.
Let's put Equator into proceedings and now Christensen.
Tottenham, the Olays are going to be broken out soon for Chelsea.
They go down especially badly tonight. Here's Kane, though.
Oh, Tottenham are through.
Suddenly the fuse has been ignited. And here's Lucas Moura. Oh,
Nah.
doesn't get it right. The referee is...
That ain't a penalty, man. That ain't a penalty.
This one, I feel that Kepa gets good contact on the ball. There is a collision with the goalkeeper, but this cannot be a penalty, surely.
Why is Andre Mariner trying to literally con Chelsea of even getting anywhere near Wembley?
Kepa seems to come out, make good contact with the ball. He wins the ball clean.
He won the ball. Andre Mariner is not fit to referee a Chelsea game.
Well, Mike Dean is telling Andre Mariner to...
He clearly gets a touch on the ball. He clearly gets a touch on the ball. He touched the ball first.
The keeper's done really well.
Because the keeper touches the ball first, and then it's the player. But he touched the ball first. So that's what's going to make the difference. Is he touched the ball first.
We think you're wrong, and this is why.
There is no foul in there.
You can tell he's not going for the player because he sticks his arm out to stop the ball clearly.
And Moura, just falls over. Kepa doesn't send him over.
Yeah! Stop robbing us, Andre Mariner shite! Stop trying to con us! Stop trying to rob us, you absolute git! You don't deserve to referee a Chelsea game again.
Or at least the first one was changed. The second one has been completely reversed.
We know VAR has its critics, but on two occasions here, this is why this system...
Yeah, Andre Mariner's tried to rob Chelsea twice.
The complexion of the tie could be different, and those decisions would have been wrong.
McRae restarted with the vaguest hint of a drop ball there.
Kepa was brilliant there because Tottenham was swarming forward, the ball to Moura. If Kepa doesn't come out, I think Moura has the time to take a touch and drill it past him. He steps forward and then the timing, not to go with his hands, to go with his feet.
Go on, Chelsea!
He's had pretty much nothing to do, and he got that absolutely right.
Yes, we should be lauding a very impressive piece of goalkeeping. And at a critical moment, the lead may well be a decisive one, but this was a moment where Tottenham could have really reignited the fuse.
It was a brilliant tackle, but it's those 2 or 3 steps he takes forward. If he backs off, I think Moura has an easy job of scoring. He does the steps forward.
Well, they need to attend to him again, and Christensen with a clean challenge right on the edge of the area.
That's always risky when you're really challenged with your wrong leg. He goes with his right leg here. Should have gone with his left, but he timed it perfectly.
Tottenham have a corner. Suddenly there's a bit of belief. But Christensen gets there again.
Come on, Chelsea!
Lucas Moura, who's looking to provide the flash of inspiration. Emerson Royale forcing the corner. And suddenly that competitive pride is kicking in certain quarters in the Tottenham ranks. And Soso's corner, they're able to get a bit on it, but Kane able to retrieve the situation. Højbjerg. Lo Celso. Made Sarr the favourite. Winks and Lo Celso.
Come on, Chelsea! Go and get something here.
Royale peeling inside on this side. But here's Ben Davis. And as Piliqueta slip going to be costly.
Well done, Kepa!
And Kepa across to it.
It's a good height for the keeper, but his movement, his feet, quite brilliant here.
And so much of a goalkeeper's game is about that footwork. And we have
Hey!
today one of the foremost exponents of that, Hugo Lloris, but some great work from the Chelsea keeper.
As the cross comes in, he's moving across his goal line in anticipation that he's maybe going to have to make a save at his far post. You see, he's moving across, he's on his toes, it's a good height for him, it's savable, he should save it, but he's moving his feet into a position where he can make the save. Two brilliant pieces of work from...
Come on, Chelsea!
We've got Sonny's copybook in this Carabao Cup encounter. He was villain and hero the last time these two met in a semi-final. Emerson Royale in behind. Well, Højbjerg is appealing inside the penalty area. He ended up on the deck. It's Ben Davis to play it in. Christensen in the way. Lo Celso. Christensen in the way once more.
Come on, Chelsea!
Lukaku now. Well, Tanganga got a touch.
Well, this is easily the best spell in the tie that Tottenham have had. They're forcing the issue, crowd are getting behind them, creating chances, need to take one.
I hate to sound overly cynical, but perhaps let's call it the spell Tottenham have had in the match.
What?
Here's Rudiger.
You're a harsh critic, my friend.
Only with you, really, generally. Up towards Lukaku.
Come on, Chelsea!
Incredibly, they are now ahead on attempts on goal. That's cup football. Kane looked onside there, Rudiger appealing for it, not that it's going to matter. Actually, the flag has come up. But, it doesn't matter.
It's a good spell for Tottenham. I'm sure Thomas Tuchel will be looking for Kovacic and Jorginho just to control the game.
Lucas Moura is there. Harry Kane scores!
1-1. Ah, but wait.
Well, they're checking for offside. It breathes new life into Tottenham. If it's given a landmark goal for Harry Kane, it will be the 250th of his club career.
Yeah?
But will it be awarded?
You get a sense that VAR is going to work against Tottenham yet again, this time for an offside. Great pressure on the ball, they win it back. When the ball is played to Harry Kane, looks as if that right foot is in an offside position. Could this goal be chalked off just as the two possible penalties were?
Well, we're going to make absolutely sure. And offside is the verdict.
Way! No goal for you, Spurs. No goal for you. No goal for Spurs.
Just again ruling on it.
And the landmark
So it looks like he's going for it.
from the record. And Tottenham still with it all to do, but they're chasing, they're pushing hard.
But Malik Sarr, for once, I'll actually give him credit. He's had his best game in the Chelsea shirt.
Replacing Matt Doherty.
Yeah, but Timo Werner might start now. Timo Werner might start against Man City.
Meanwhile,
Yeah.
Chelsea feeling that fresh legs are very
Still,
much the order
no.
of the day.
I don't want.
Treble change here, Marcos Alonso.
Yeah, so it makes
Thiago
sense.
Silva after just one training session since his return from COVID, and Hakim Ziyech.
So it makes sense. Makes sense. Still 1-0 Chelsea, 3-0 on aggregate.
An element of we want to win this match regardless of the tight situation.
There's no real surprise. There's two defenders amongst the three substitutes as Chelsea just look to take the sting out of the match.
So Thiago Silva is going to.
And to give you some other news that looks like it could be happening, Newcastle United could be signing Chris Wood.
Marcos Alonso. Timo Werner has departed. And so will Mason Mount.
Come on, Ziyech! Money Mace! And Money Mace, you need a haircut.
An interesting set of changes. Changing formation as well with maybe Rudiger, Silva and
That's why most of the time you see him wearing a hat.
themselves up a bit defensively.
Yeah, that's why most of the time you see him. Yeah, you see him wearing a beanie or a cap because his hair's got that long.
Here with his club while his country battle in the Africa Cup of Nations out of favour with their strict disciplinarian Halilhodžić.
Mad.
Who's famous in part for shooting himself in the backside during the Yugoslav conflict.
Oh, you need to watch that thing that he did when he did home cooking for Wagamama. It was funny. Quite good, that is. He actually knows how to cook.
Don't look at me like that, it's true. You'd think someone was commentating on Morocco on Friday. Here's
Wait, Thomas Tuchel for once is not actually getting angry. He's just he's clapping, saying well done. Well done.
It's a definite change of shape at the back for Chelsea now. Very much a back five with Azpilicueta and Alonso as the wing back.
Yeah.
Thiago Silva just go in the middle of the back three, just offer that experience and I think assurance really more than anything else. Just to, maybe just for the next 10 minutes or so, just to see the job through.
Here's Harry Kane. The offside flag is up though here.
It is still West Ham United 1, Norwich 0. Wow. Crew Alexandria are beating Charlton Athletic and they're bottom of League One. Oh my God. That's a shock.
Tyres panned out. Hudson-Odoi.
Yeah.
open up the space.
Teaches them right, Jaden Stockley is shite.
What they wanted, searching ball for Aspilicueta, and Chiellini was already out when he got there.
Oh, he's not even playing, Jaden Stockley. It's I think it's Brian Gill, but they pronounce it differently because he's Spanish.
Now Kovacic. Hudson-Odoi.
Yep.
Marcos Alonso.
Alonso shite.
Dangerous delivery.
Oh, Lukaku! Oh, Lukaku.
Able to produce the finish.
That's a wicked ball in, and Lukaku's done well. He's up against Ben Davies and then just slips off him. Just to create some space for himself. He just can't wrap his foot around it and keep it down. It's a good chance though. Striker,
yeah.
He should be testing the keeper.
Come on, Chels.
It's the end for Lo Celso, and
wow, that guy's got long hair.
Another cameo for Brian Hill.
Ryan Session. Yeah, I think it's Ryan Session, your next film.
In the near future recruitment, certainly very much a talking point.
Session on shite. God, Chels. Yeah. What?
The Chelsea change of shape to a back five, the Tottenham
yeah.
to a back four. You can understand that. They're sending on attacking players. They're trying to get more attackers higher up the pitch to influence.
Why?
You've got to do everything you can to try and get the equaliser and give yourself some belief.
Yeah. Yeah.
That's away.
They aren't something good because they haven't won anything in God knows how long.
So Spurs on the move.
Yeah. Oh yeah, because is it? I don't know if it is, but is it the Conference League or Europa League finals being held at Spurs?
Well, interesting times this January window. Fabio Paratici, the man who will be responsible for granting Antonio Conte's wishes, as well as following the strategy.
There he is, shitty arse owner. Daniel, fuck up, your arse Levy.
May well be in the analysis, given the way the market is, that the summer window may be the more significant one, but there are certainly needs in the now. And they've had their big meeting.
Yeah, the best owner in the world is Roman Abramovich, because he does a lot more than what he does.
There's certainly factors why clubs will be reluctant to release players, not least COVID. Lucas Moura.
No. Roman Abramovich, because that guy's a legend. Wow. Why would you want to do that? Well, I can understand that, but I wouldn't have my...
Weeks.
No, but he might be doing it because he might not want to see an actual English club go under. A big club of history like Derby go under. Which is understandable because you might want to keep it going.
Got a foot in that time.
Yeah. You can tell he's a bit corrupt because he knew he sent Alza Fraser. Basically knew he went, that company knew he went under. And he's the owner of that.
Chiellini's come a long way.
Yeah, but I love Sports Direct. Because that's where all Chelsea's shirts get supplied to.
Saar.
He doesn't like singing and he doesn't like dancing.
Davis.
I just love the celebration that Rudiger did. Rudiger's celebration.
Now here's Højbjerg to Winks.
He did that little dance.
Emerson Royale.
That famous dance that went viral all over the internet, that dance did when we won the Super Cup.
Tanganga.
No, but what makes it funny,
Able to find an inroad.
I like it when Rudiger dances, but it doesn't make it makes it more funny when he does it with the boots.
Defensively with the substitutions just at the right time, and Tuchel have calm things down with that extra defense.
That makes it even more funny, the dance with the boots.
For Tottenham to get through them.
Conte's introduction is imminent.
Because he definitely will play against Man City. You always think that.
Any involvement in the first leg, coming on to face the head coach he so ably served.
No one. Yeah, yeah, it was funny because when you watch the highlights on Sky Sports and stuff, you can see there's one person that missed the goal entirely because he spent all of the time on his phone in the crowd. One guy actually popped. That was just hilarious. That guy's missed a moment.
Rudiger. Towards as it stands, sixth final this century.
Come on, Chelsea.
To Rudiger.
Oh, Alonso.
Foot in now, Malang Sarr. Kovacic might not have appreciated that. But it is one free kick.
It might be his last action as well. He could be the one to make way for N'Golo Kante.
He's trying to rub it in, the calibre of the replacements.
Oh. And
Two players of real midfield authority.
come on, we need to get another goal.
Between the two clubs, when I say the starting 11s, you look at the strength and depth that Chelsea have, the players they brought on in Thiago Silva, Marcus Alonso, Hakim Ziyech, and now N'Golo Kante. We've not seen Saul, who was excellent in the first game, and Havertz and Pulisic still on the bench. Again, the quality, the strength and depth that Chelsea have is far superior to Tottenham, and that needs to change if Tottenham are to challenge right at the top of the Premier League.
Alonso's cross. Kante. Ziyech.
Angelo, Kante.
Kante finding quite a here's Rudiger. Whose goal tonight is the difference. Tottenham have an opportunity here. It's Lucas Moura. Kiel and Kane are up there.
A big time come.
This all may work out for them. Emerson Royale. To get across the front.
It's a good run off the ball from Brian Hill. The ball just needed to play into his path as he was sprinting forward. He delayed more. The chance was gone. It came from N'Golo Kante just playing the ball around the corner blindly. And it gave Tottenham the opportunity to step forward again. Didn't quite take it.
Nice fortune from Kepa to present the ball to Tottenham. Emerson Royale still on his haunches. Here is Brian Hill. Winks. He's going to unleash here.
Way!
And that's his curtain call.
Why that guy look very similar to Chiellini. The guy is talking to Oliver Skip. He looks very Chiellini doppelganger.
Stellini. A member of the coaching team giving him the briefing there.
Oh, I know who that guy is. He looks like Brad Friedel. The guy who's standing next to Oliver Skip, he looks like a hard cunt.
Marcos Alonso. Now Hudson-Odoi.
Hudson-Odoi, oh, okay.
From Tanganga and was impeded in the view of the referee.
Let's have a lively game. Hudson-Odoi just slows himself down, then quickens up. Just draws the foul, just sticks out an arm maybe. Tanganga, he just throws himself to the ground. Hudson-Odoi. I'm sure there's an awful lot of contact there really to send him over.
It's enticed Sarr and Thiago Silva forward.
Come on, let's get another goal.
Inevitably Rudiger, who's loitering at the back post, right at the back of that crowd at least. As Ziyech prepares to deliver. Jorginho.
Oh, don't give Jorginho a volley.
Noted for his poise from the penalty spot, but only a couple of goals outside that in his Chelsea career. So the night draws to a close for Harry Winks, and Oliver Skip is like replacement. Jorginho now is going to be replaced by Ruben Loftus-Cheek. Is Sessegnon. Davis on hand for it. 4 in the area for Spurs. Well, the other semi-finalists look on, and they begin their two-legged affair tomorrow night at Anfield. Coverage begins at 7 o'clock. Poignant, I'm sure, the two clubs' meetings so relatively close to the recent passing of the great Ray Kennedy. He scored a famous goal at the old White Hart Lane Stadium for Arsenal, which I will whisper as I mention it. Here's Hudson-Odoi. Chiellini got there, up towards Lucas Moura, but Rudiger imposes himself again.
God, Chelsea. Nearly there.
Acclamation from the Chelsea support. They've travelled all kinds of distances here tonight. Harry Kane down, and he gets the decision.
It's a foul in an area of the pitch that Thiago Silva will be quite happy to give away. No real danger, it's in the Tottenham half. It's a clear foul, but again his team can get back and regroup. It's experience for you. At times you step in and win the ball, at times you just give free kicks away in an area that just slows the game down.
It's often been the case that this competition has been a prelude to greater things, if you like, for Chelsea, particularly.
Come on, boys, we are nearly there.
different place in the feelings of the fans at various points in their history. I'm sure there are those out there who remember the Crews and the Williams and the Scunthorpes and the Scarboroughs, as well as the glory days.
Go on, Alonso, well done.
And they're closing in on another. Thiago Silva making that his.
Go on, Thiago.
Conte. Ziyech. Loftus-Cheek.
What? What?
Oh, by Oliver Skip.
Is it to do with a fan needing treatment or something?
More creativity, that's certainly on Conte's wish list by all accounts.
But as like Kepa alerted like the referee and said something's happening, stop the game sort of thing. Yeah, because you always got to make sure that fans are always safe at a game. That's why if a player signal it, it's best to get someone there and done.
In the proceedings, something seems to be occurring behind the goal to our right.
That we already know that if anything is happening, that yeah, there is something happening because they've had to move fans out of the way.
Something that is certainly drawing plenty of concern.
It looks like it is. It looks like concerning.
There are plenty of people in high-vis jackets making their way to the centre of the stand to our right, attending to something that is happening there, and let's hope that it is only of momentary concern. Andre Mariner getting appropriate advice from the sidelines about what precisely is occurring. And
you never know, he might decide we'll take the players off the pitch.
A few moments in recent times where games have had to pause for various reasons.
Yeah, the game was up the other end, the referee was up the other end. It's good to see the fans reacted so quickly and to draw the attention of the players and the officials that something was wrong and the game needed to be stopped.
So the players wait and everybody waits, and we hope at the end of
We do hope it's not a sad thing, because then if it is a serious thing, the game might have to be stopped for that reason.
And the news is looking increasingly likely to be very good for Chelsea tonight on the football front.
Yeah.
He's had a different challenge to the one that preceded. Notably, I think you can certainly talk about managing upwards and managing some of the names in the squad. It's probably a case of calmer waters around Stamford Bridge and around Cobham, and a clearer chain of command than in Paris.
Hopefully it doesn't go. It's
wrought and the rewards.
Fingers crossed. But
Thomas Tuchel is a strong character. He's had success. He's got some strong characters out there on the pitch, backs of experience. But it seems to me, like maybe in Man City as well, the players have given themselves up to the coach and said, "How do you want us to play? What do you want us to do?" Rather than worrying about themselves, they're playing for the team, and that makes you incredibly strong.
He talked about demonstrating the right attitude tonight. They certainly have done. Indeed, he was asked whether complacency was.
Can you believe it? That looks like we're going to be making our third final in less than a year.
And that kind of has
Ah.
into his team.
I think also that pre-match question about how are you going to play tonight, Thomas, and he just said, well, we're going to play in the same way that we always
It's
do, high intensity.
it's going to get to the point where the players might be told you have to get off the pitch.
Surprised by the question, because again, that is what we see every time Chelsea play. There is that intensity, and he does maybe change the formations, he changes the personnel, but the manner.
Or you could go and say that we'll stop the match there.
Similar game to game.
Because Chelsea have already literally, we're going to Wembley, we can say that now. Spurs have no chance of scoring 4 goals, so be respectful.
You stand to our right, and we cannot speculate about what is happening. We must simply wait.
Simply wait, and basically the word is pray.
The fourth official just board indicating 6 added minutes if and when we are able to resume.
It's not just going to be 6; it's going to be even more if it takes any longer. We could be at 10 if we're lucky. If you're not careful. But I'm glad now that football's more. If anything happens in the stands, that they go and do something, because they never would in the past.
You can gauge from the high-vis garments where whatever is occurring is occurring.
What? Our game's back started.
The situation like this isn't about football, it's about dealing with the emergency in the crowd.
No, because some have had to move because of what's happened.
Harry Kane, as captain, part of the discussion, using what lip reading skills are able to possess. He's reflecting on some of the moments that have brought VAR into the narrative this evening.
You can understand.
I can understand the frustration, but if you turn it around and
Yeah,
Chelsea,
because when I used to go to Chelsea games, we would leave about five minutes early just because it's hard to get out of London.
It's the right call.
And it's like, yeah, and a lot of the times, yeah, and a lot of the times it would be me going from London all the way back up to Sheffield to my nan's house. It used to be the trip that me and my dad used to do, so it would take about another 2 hours just to get up back home. Game's back on the way, folks.
As the referee and Tottenham were involved when there was an incident in the crowd at St James's Park earlier in the season, which was swiftly attended to. To Malang Sarr on the end of it, so some unusual circumstances for everybody to deal with. Effectively, we're going to have around 8 minutes of added time. That is what it will read.
But in the past, when stuff like this happened, a lot of the clubs didn't used to do anything about it. But now they're doing more about it now, because fan safety is more paramount than the actual player on the pitch.
In favour of Pierre-Emile Højbjerg. And a foul conceded by.
And I think if it wasn't for the fans, I think the players and the referee wouldn't have known about it.
Beyond Brian Hill, and now here is Emerson Royale.
8 minutes, wow! But it's going to be over about 100 minutes because we started on 91.
Skip.
91 and a half minutes.
Tanganga. Harry Kane.
Wow, so this is going to be our 4th win in a row at the Spurs Stadium. We've yet to lose there. Oh, they beat us once on penalties, but that doesn't count. But in normal... What? No. Yeah, but what I'm saying is, if you include just a 90-minute game, we have yet to lose a proper actual game of football against them, which doesn't include extra time or penalties. So this will be win number 4.
The better in the League Cup finals, 5 successes, 3 defeats.
And we'll be playing Arsenal or Liverpool. Please let it be Arsenal. I don't want to play shitty arse Liverpool shite.
The options they've got off the bench, the different formations they can operate with as well. A test for whoever makes the final.
I think we can be Arsenal, because Arsenal are not playing well at the moment. Because we went and not just beat Spurs, we'll be favourites more to the fact that we didn't just go and just beat Spurs 3-0. We went and did it with literally about over 100% nearly possession in 2 games, not far off. Which you wouldn't thought a Chelsea Spurs game would be this far off as a contest.
Chelsea would reach the final without leaving London. Similar to Arsenal.
There we go.
4 seasons ago.
Yep, so we're the only second team to do it. That's a good record to have. We've managed to get to the final of the Carabao Cup without actually leaving London. Because all of our games have been at home or been away against teams that are in London. So they haven't done much travelling, so that's good.
Certainly the second half of this game, Tottenham have given it a go. A bit unfortunate with offside decisions and penalty decisions that went against them. I think it's fair to say overall, over the tie, Chelsea have been by far the better team and deserve to go to the final.
Sarr underneath it. Sarr again. Hudson-Odoi. Here's Tanganga now to skip. Lucas Moura. Kane losing the battle. They broke his way though.
Way! We should DK.
Note here and retrieve the match. The tie long beyond them.
Come on, boys. Oh, well done. Well done, Silva.
They won't get too many more opportunities to at least get on the board in this tie. Hill's delivery. The moment a pinball breaks out, Sessegnon trying to latch onto it. Here's Kane. He shrugged off Azpilicueta, wants to do it all himself. Sessegnon is there, and Kepa denies him.
Well done, Kepa.
It's another excellent save. He's brave. Steps forward again at just the right time. Great work from Harry Kane to keep the ball alive. Kepa as well once again.
And he deals with that.
Get in!
Chelsea will make the familiar trip back to Wembley in the League Cup final for the 6th time this century, And Thomas Tuchel's team.
Full time Chelsea 1, Tottenham 0, 3-0 on aggregate. Chelsea are on their way to another cup final, third one in less than a year. We will be playing Liverpool or Arsenal. Like, subscribe to the bell notification to get it post as well. And I'll see you guys on Saturday for Chelsea versus Man City in